after becoming unexpectedly single after 3.5 years, I wanted to go out, I wanted to date again. It took me a while, but I just ended up seeing a lot of inauthentic people across the table from me on these dates. And instead of getting frustrated by that, I decided, let's create a community of authentic people around me so that we have better people to connect with, collaborate with, date, love, to choose from. And that's basically the mission of the BBR podcast, is what we like to nickname it. But that's in a nutshell where we've been over the last 6 months. And there's a few people that I would like to introduce to you. Miss Katrina Brink, come on up, is from Empowered Kitchen. She was kind enough to sponsor with the food spread tonight, so she's going to take just a couple minutes and introduce herself and tell you a little bit more about what she does.
Thanks, Dave. I teach meal prep cooking classes. My business is called The Empowered Kitchen. And what I really want to do is spread love and connection through food and getting people back into the kitchen and enjoying being around the table together and eating healthy food. So that's kind of the crux of it. That's where I think a lot of love is shared. My background is in the sustainable food movement, and I'm really interested in reducing food waste. So I show people how to meal prep so they can reduce their food waste by the end of the week, but also save time cooking, save a lot of money by not eating out as much, and knowing how to buy in bulk, all kinds of things. I can do grocery store tours and then show people how to cook in their homes. I do private classes in people's homes and over online video, live online video, and also groups, many kinds of corporate groups or groups around town. So those are the kinds of things I do for individuals or couples or families, and I can do up to a 6-month coaching program for people or just individual classes. So what we have over here tonight, just so everybody knows what is there. And I spent all day cooking, so please eat. I would love for you to eat it all. There's fennel citrus salad and some broccoli. And just so you know, there's like some broccoli stems in there. That's like, I cut those up so that we don't waste them, but they taste really good. So I eat the broccoli stems. Some cheeses. There's gluten-free crackers on this side. And then two hummuses, one with some kind of spicy beans, and then pumpkin soup with pomegranate molasses. And so that's the food. And then the last thing I wanted to share was I'll be doing a group online coaching class in January. And it's only $97. I did that for a special for right now and through the holidays. So if you know of anybody who'd like to do that, it'll be 4 Tuesdays in January, and it's an hour each, and it'll be 6 to 7 Mountain Time on Tuesdays. So. And anyone in the world can join, and they'll be recorded. So if you can't make that time, it'll be recorded. And from your home kitchen, and I'll give you the shopping list, so we'll all get to cook together and learn some meal prep techniques. So steal a deal if you're interested in knowing about it. So thanks, and I'll actually pass around sorry. Before, my printer did not work today, so I just wrote one out. And I have 2 cards left, so if anybody needs a card, you can also find me on Instagram under Empowered Kitchen and Facebook. So I'll just pass those around. If anybody wants like tips, I send out about once a week or so on email. So, thank you.
Thank you, Katrina. Appreciate you being here. So if you have not entered for the door prize yet, please quickly write your name down on one of the slips, because after I introduce our next guest, we're going to do our first door prize drawing of the night. So be sure to submit that to me. Nick, come on up. Nick Mancini is a licensed marriage and family therapist. He's the one that brought beer and wine tonight. He was also a round of applause for the booze. Right?
I hope you like it. I haven't drank for quite a few years.
I hear about 5 years without a drink, so congratulations. That's amazing. Nick was a guest on the podcast. He was one of the first few episodes, number 6. So if you want to learn more about his business, we have about a 45-minute long conversation about vulnerability and authenticity and oversharing, which I find myself be guilty of oversharing when it comes to dating. And maybe that was the catalyst for the podcast, is for me to learn from experts like this. But Nick has an amazing business in town, and I'll give him just a few minutes to chat about Lift Colorado Counseling. Thanks.
Yeah, so I'm located in Cherry Creek. I primarily work with adolescents and adults. I provide individual, couples, and family therapy. And a lot of my focus tends to be around language and communication and what we're talking about, how we're discussing things, and then how do you make decisions from that? And often part of that process, I talk about values and kind of identifying your values so that you can live in more alignment. And I think in some ways that creates some authenticity. So yeah, we do some exercises. I do some exercises around values, behaviors, thoughts, and then how we're communicating and showing up. So I try to have fun too. I think like it's this is tough work, and making changes and growing is uncomfortable and it's hard at times. And so and ridiculous things happen, and I think we need to laugh about it sometimes and be able to look at it from multiple perspectives and angles, as far as just positive, negatives, and uncertainties and everything like that. So if you have any questions or if you want further information, I'll be around throughout the night, and I'll be hanging around afterwards, so feel free to come up and chat with me.
Awesome, thank you so very much, Nick. Do we have any last